All righty, we'll get going. Good morning, everyone, and out there in internet land. My name is Lynn Mathre, President and co-founder of Patients Out of Time, as well as ACE, the newly created Academy of Cannabis Education. ACE, in the future, will be taking over our conference series for cannabis. I think we all think the name is more fitting. So I want to welcome all to the 15th National Clinical Conference on Cannabis Therapeutics. I want to let everyone know here just some details we need to take care of. We do have exhibitors, so we want to make sure all of you go down and check out the different exhibits we have. That's just downstairs. For those handicapped, we can escort you down. The CMEs, everyone here should be getting the flyer from the University of Virginia. The School of Medicine, School of Nursing is jointly sponsoring this with the Academy of Cannabis Education. So it gives you all of the information about the accreditation. This is for physicians, nurses, pharmacists, other healthcare providers. But to get your continuing education credits, on the back side of this has the directions. You have to go online and do your evaluation. Those of you at home as well, you've got to go online and fill out this form to get your continuing education credits. Again, this is open to the public, but our main purpose is to provide education for healthcare professionals so they really understand the science behind cannabis and the endocannabinoid system. You should have, if you don't, we'll put a pile of cards. They were in the packets, just a 3x5 card. If people have questions, please write them down. We try to stay on schedule. So the goal here is the speakers have their full time for their presentations. At the end of the day, the faculty will be here. It's a set time for Q&A, and generally we tend to read them. We get through more questions that way. So please, as people go along, you've got a question, write it down. If you need cards, we'll have them out front for you. Or down here, I've got some as well. So that takes care of that. Hopefully this is just a program that can let you know some of the folks who've helped make this conference possible, but also please pick up the schedule so you can keep track, and it's at the front as well. I wanted to let folks know, and I think it's kind of early, but for those here, let's see. I want to just point out a few people, and I'm looking, as far as Patients Out of Time on the board, it's myself, John Getman. I'm not sure if he's here. He is here today. Michael Green, you'll find him downstairs. He's a bookseller. Again, we've got a great bookstore. Michael carries just about any book on cannabis you can find. Irv Rosenfeld is one of the last patients in the federal IND program, is on our board. Dr. Dennis Petro, who's been fighting, he's a neurologist fighting for medical cannabis for decades. Dennis Petro, neurologist, MD. Brandon Wyatt, a veteran from DC area and lawyer. Cheryl Murray Powell is a lawyer down in Florida, an activist. And Dr. Melanie Dreyer, she's one of the founding directors, and she's with us. Unfortunately, she couldn't be with us today. For the ACE board, the Academy of Cannabis Education, it's myself, John Getman, Michael Green, Greg Gerdeman, who's going to be our next speaker, Dustin Sulek, who some of you heard yesterday as well. Dr. Deborah Malka is on our board. Nancy Quigley is a nurse practitioner from Tennessee. She's not with us today. Dawn Marie Steenstra is a nurse. She'll be here today. And Melanie Dreyer is on that board as well. Want to let people know that we're going to have a lunch break at 12:15 to 1:45. We try to give a good break for people to do some things. But at 12:45, there's a lunch and learn. This is a non-accredited session. It'll be the introduction to cannabis testing. That's why that thing's over there. But we'll have that. That's a lunch and learn, non-accredited, but we'd certainly like for those of you to learn about that. Cannabis testing is a hugely important thing in this industry. That's the key for patients to know what they're using. Cannabis, for all of those who don't know, is not a drug. It is a plant with so many varieties. So it's important that patients learn what works for them, and they need to know what's in that plant if they know what, to know what works for them. So that'll be at 12:45 to 1:15 today, a break. We have to do that for accreditation. I want to make one other announcement. At 11:30, our talk with Dr. Kevin Spellman on home extractions of hemp and CBD yields, we think is really vitally important because patients do sometimes want to make their own medicine and can learn which way might be better because of cannabis being in the Schedule I category and about patients making medicine. That presentation will not be accredited as well. So today there are 6.25 CMEs that someone can learn. Tomorrow there will be 7 CMEs. Then the last thing I want to say is for those of you here in town, tell your friends as well. There's a benefit dinner this evening for patients out of time at the Midland. We'll have Fletcher, Christian, and friends providing music. The Kansas City Blues Association was very good at helping us organize to make sure we can have music since Kansas City is known for its blues. And that will be at 6 to 10, 6 to 7 cocktails, and then 7 to 10 the dinner with a live auction and some really good food, music, so we hope people can come and join us at that. You can go to patientsoutofTime.com to sign up if need be, or just up at the front desk for those here. Other than that, what I